So if you are here before I am here, I am heading your way. I am heading to the events directory. Good morning, good morning. You might be live here before I am here. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, or good evening. Thank you for your patience while I got here. There just seemed to be so many extra buttons to click today to at least change my name and catch up. So absolutely fabulous to see people here before me. Hello, my lovely Rachel from Retreat the other week. Hello, everyone. Megan, Diane, it's fabulous to have you here. Lisa again, hello. Please keep your comments coming. It's great to be here with you once again. 9:30 a.m. Sydney time on a Monday morning. You'll need to mark your calendar for wherever you are in the world for our EFT live tapping circle that we're going to come together with every Monday for me, Sunday probably for the rest of you in the world. We're going to come together with different topics and we're going to do tapping. So who am I? I'm Lorna Hollinger and I run the Australian Tapping Institute. The Institute is an EFT practitioner training academy. We offer dual certification in life coaching and EFT practitioner certification. So if you're looking for EFT training, we are 100% online. We are global. So please tag with me after the call if that is something that is of interest to you, because it is open worldwide. These calls, though, are on bringing tapping to people who want to do it at home. We're going to work together in your home, my home, and we're going to work through different topics each week. Now, as you'll see, this week I've picked body image and confidence. Yes, it was triggered by something that was going on for me, but, you know, this call seems to attract women. So many of us women seem to turn up here. So let's deal with some of the stuff that's real and live for us. I'm sure our fabulous male counterparts, when they get to the call, have similar issues as well. Just women seem to manifest it differently to them. We seem to work through it differently. We seem to have a whole lot of different ideas and thoughts in our heads about our own body image and the confidence that goes with that. So as usual, we're going to start with getting grounded in the room. So if you're new to tapping, all you have to do is follow along with me and repeat after me. Now, also before we start, I remember, get a journal, pen and paper, something you can write on, because this is an interactive class and I actually want you to work on your own self and your own stuff while you're here, not just kind of make it a bit of a visual thing while you're making dinner and doing whatever. Try to give yourself the time to be here to actually do the work. The other thing is, if you have a question for me, I just ask that you put a capital Q at the beginning of the question, so I know that they're questions and not just fabulous comments and information that you're sending my way. So please just put a capital Q for questions so I can make sure that I answer them for you. Some will be in the call, some are going to need to be after, depending on the depth and the complexity. But in this space, this is your space, so I absolutely want you to interact with me. Continue saying hi when you turn up. Continue to let me know what's happening for you and actually make this the best sort of session for you. So let's go back to the tapping. If you're new to tapping, just follow along, tap on the points, don't overthink it, feel it, and just be here with us. So even though part of me isn't grounded, I choose to feel grounded now. I'm going to move all my little notes away. Even though part of me isn't grounded, even though part of me isn't present, I'm going to choose to feel grounded now. Even though part of me isn't grounded, I'm not present in the moment, I am going to give myself permission to spend this time on me. Even though part of me isn't grounded, and there's so many other things to do, I'm going to give myself permission to have this time for myself, to be present in this room and to allow what comes up to be. Alrighty, so just going to go through the tapping points. I said again, if you're new to tapping, just tap on the points I do and just repeat and feel. I'm just not grounded. I have too much going on. I just find there's so much going on for me. I can't stop. I can't stop thinking. Sometimes it's hard to focus when I have so many other things to do. I'm going to choose to let that go. Feel present now. Feeling more present. Feeling more grounded. Choosing to feel safe. Feeling safe and grounded. I give myself permission for this time. Choose to feel grounded, present and grounded, more present and grounded. Give myself permission for this time, present in the room, present in my body, present in my own space. The time to stop tapping. I hope you're feeling that in your body like I do. I love all things tapping. So let's start talking about body image and confidence. If you've just joined us, hi, great to have you here with us. Grab your journal, pen and paper, and let's start to move through this and get some more tapping going for you, but some thoughts and stuff down on your journal and stuff. So what actually is confidence? Where is it? Is it an inner feeling? Is it a way you hold yourself? Is it the way you conduct your life? Is it a way you approach an activity? What actually is confidence? When you think of the places you are confident, where is it for you? What is it for you? Where's the confidence sort of stuff happening for you? What perceptions do you have about yourself? This tends to affect your level of confidence. I want you to think about that. Just quickly in the journal, we're going to spend a couple of seconds here. Is confidence an inner feeling for you? Is it the way you conduct your life? Is it how you hold yourself? Is it how you actually go towards an activity? What actually is it for you? Where does it come from? Does it come from a feeling that comes up for you? Is it a thought that you have? Think this through. Rachel says self-confidence for her is self-love. It sure is. And welcome my beautiful Hannah, who's just come on, one of my gorgeous students and beautiful friends. Welcome. Where do you get it from? Do you find self-confidence or is it already there? Do you earn it? Do you have to do certain things before you're going to feel confident? Are you born with it? Where does self-confidence come for you? I also want you to remember a time when you felt totally confident. Is there a time where you thought, I've got this, I'm on the money, I know that I'm confident, I know I'm good at this, I know I'm going to be able to achieve this? Are there times in your life where you felt that? Write that down as well. A time when you felt confident, even if it was just for a little while. Write them down. So an extra minute or two to write some stuff down. Hi, everyone who's just joined the call. What we're doing is we are talking about confidence, and I'm wanting you to write on journal, paper, whatever. What's confidence to you? How do you know when you're confident? How do you know when you have it? How do you know that you are feeling confident? What is it you feel in your body? So once you've written that, hey, Hannah, I'm going to want you to do some tapping. So let's continue tapping. This class has lots of tapping in it because I just think our body issues stuff, particularly for us girls, we just seem to struggle with so much body image. We seem to struggle with so much confidence that we wrap around the shape of the body we happen to inhabit in this lifetime. But most of us know energetically, the body's not us. It's just what we hang out in. We are far more, but we wrap too much around body confidence, body image. Let's get rid of some of that. So we are going to do more on the karate chop. Even though I doubt myself, deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have doubts about who I am, deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have all this doubt, and I actually get stressed about it, deeply and completely love and accept myself. All of this doubt, when I question myself, when I let the voices in my head, they get the better of me. I listen to the doubt. I let it drag me down. I believe my own doubtful voice. Releasing some of this anxiety. What if I actually liked myself? What if I decided that today I'm okay? What if today was the day that I decided to let go of all the negative things I say to myself? That negative voice in my head. All of these voices. Sometimes it feels there's more than one. Many voices in my head. They're very critical of me. That negative voice in my head picks on me all the time. I wonder what silence would sound like. The time to stop tapping and just feel into that for you. Some of it is going to really hit the mark for many of us. Some of it's going to be kind of on the mark. Just flow with it in this group tapping stuff. Just continue to flow with it. Our own energy system, our own unconscious mind knows where to go and knows what it's working on. So just flow. Don't overthink it. So for some of us, those negative voices in the head can be absolutely never ending. For some people I've met, clients who come in, that negative chatter is just constant. There is no break from that negative chatter. Now, there are going to be sometimes it slows down. You know, you get busy with stuff, you get a bit preoccupied, you get that something else becomes important and you forget and the negative chatter stops. So it can stop. But it's when you come back into the silence and you come back into the quieter times of your day that negative voice starts. And I know it's going to do that for many of you. Happy to put your hand up if that's you. If you have that negative voice, I know how strong my negative voice was. I believed my negative chatter above everything for a long period of my life. It ruled the roost. Everything she said, you're not good enough, you're no good, you're fat, you're unworthy, you're everything she told me. And I did. I listened to her. And so much of that wrapped around my confidence in my body. I had a big belief for a long time that my business wouldn't thrive if I was overweight in any way, shape or form. I completely wrapped my whole business ability and my whole business success around my body size and my ability to lose weight, drop weight, love my body, love it as it was. And I know that it's going to be the same for so many of you. It might be your career, it might be your relationship, but we wrap so much of that around our own body image. And yes, social media plays a big part in this as well. Media, magazines, the portrayal of what, the ideal body should look like is vastly different from what the rest of us on the planet actually look like. The 0.001% of supermodels or whatever versus the rest of us that have real bodies, live real lives and real curves and real parts to our bodies, male or female, and the media plays a big part. But you and I, we're going to get rid of all that because it doesn't matter. And I want the voice in your head to be the loudest voice in your whole entire world. That's my desire for you. So for me, we have 4 primary areas that really impact our adult life. There is our parents' home life, who we grew up with, where we lived. There is our schooling and what happened in the playground when we were growing up. And, kids can be horribly mean, so can adults, but man, it starts in the playgrounds. There's the society and the community, which involves the social media and print media, etc. And then there's the personal experiences of who we have interacted with and how we have interacted with those people. I think those are the 4 primary areas that impact us as adults from our childhood. So I'm happy if people want to type in other areas they think on top of those 4. Whenever I've run this class in live, this seems to be a really strong theme of where these 4 absolutely impact us. So let's have a quick talk about us in our personal experience. When you turned up in the world as a child, as a baby, you thought you were perfect. You knew you just had to make a sound and somebody was coming. And it happened. We made sounds. We made noises. We said things. We squawked. We cried. Somebody came and worked with us. Someone came and helped us. Someone looked after our needs. We didn't come into this world with these whole thoughts of we are not good enough. So where did they come from? What happened in your personal experience? What happened in your family life? What happened in the home you grew up with, the people you grew up with, the environment you grew up with? What came in there for you? And it's a quick journal jot down. What came in there? So when your ego starts to develop, that limbic brain, the old-fashioned part of the brain, the fight or flight, the old amygdala, it looks for threats. Years gone by, tigers wanted to eat us. There was diseases, starvations, blah, blah, blah. All of those things were the fight or flight in the brain looked for things that were going to worry us, things that were going to bother us, things that were going to eat us. In this day and age that they don't exist, the brain is still wired the same. So it looks for things that look like threats. Somebody says something about our weight. Somebody says something about our body. Someone says something about the way we've behaved. Somebody criticizes us. And we take this in and we add it into this body of evidence we're building on whether we're good enough or whether we're not good enough. And so many comments from people, unintentional comments and nasty comments, all come into how does it look for you, what negative ideas about yourself have you developed, and they've generally all come from some level of somebody said something and you let the voice in. Now, what I find interesting with people, and I know we all do it, sometimes the loudest voice that you let in is the person you don't like. Quite often it's someone you don't value. You really despise them. You don't respect them, yet you let their voice into your head. The voices that are saying you're amazing, you're usually not listening to them. But the negative one, the voice on repeat, will listen to them. Even as I said, if it's someone you don't value, don't respect, don't even like, we'll let those voices in. So that's the stuff for me with your personal experiences. So let's do some tapping on this. All right, actually, we're going to not do that. We're going to go straight into the tapping. Go straight into the points. Follow along. I let those voices in. I know that I shouldn't, but I'm not even sure how to keep them out. This decision I made about myself, this decision I made about my body, how I actually see myself, all the thoughts I have about myself. What do I actually think about myself? I seem to allow the thoughts in regularly. I pick on my own appearance. I don't give myself any compliments. I say things to myself that I would never say to another person. I am critical. I am mean and unkind to myself. All of these beliefs around my body, when I listen to them, I feel my confidence starting to slide. There are days when I do feel confident. Then I let those negative thoughts take over again. They drag away all my confidence. And I question myself once again. What if I could change this somehow? What if I could change this cycle? What if I could end it today? How would things be different for me? What if I did allow myself to feel some level of confidence? Who would I be then? Who would you be if you allowed the confident you to step in? If you allowed that confidence to just stay there and that negative voice could be quiet? Imagine how different your world would be. So then we come to our next category really quickly. We did our parents and our home life. The next space we want to look at is inside our home, what people said, what people did, what people thought of you, what was the actual comments that were made. And sometimes it just doesn't feel good. And maybe they were well-meaning, maybe they were just unthinking, but we take it in, don't we? And we add it to that body of evidence that says, your body's not good enough. You've got this wrong and that wrong and the other wrong. And we just add to that body of evidence. So we're going to continue to do tapping. As I said, this session is really, really big on tapping. I think it's really important, this session, to really get some great tapping happening. The things they said, the looks they gave, the comparisons, those innocent comments, they made me feel uncomfortable. And all my discomfort evolved. I took on body shame and I looked at my body differently. Then I continued to add to it as I got older. My ego took hold of this and it started to notice everything about my body. Everything I thought that was wrong, it's highlighted. All of this discomfort, all the places I didn't fit in, all the places I didn't think I fit. My ego makes me self-conscious. All this discomfort, I play it small. I play it small way too often, trying to avoid the attention. Avoiding all the attention. The attention, I don't know what to do with it. The attention around my body. The attention around my skills. Attention around my capabilities. The attention for who I am. All the ways that I don't believe that I fit in. I just add to them. Oops, have to change the page. Keep tapping with me. Yep, we are continuing tapping. My home life helped to mould me. It moulded all the good times. It also moulded all the bad times. All the things that weren't right. And all the things that were right. They helped to mould my perception of me. I have to choose to see the good in me. There were many good lessons that were in my home growing up. Even though they may have hurt, so much they hurt, they were still lessons for adult me. I can now see them. I can see that they were important to learn. But I have a choice. I can drag that rubbish around, all of my past stuff. I can choose to drag it around with me, or I can choose to dump it. I can actually allow it all to be this heavy weight that I carry. Carried on my bum, carried in my belly, carried in my legs, carried on my hips. All these past hurts I carry as weight on my physical body. All these past hurts I carry around like my padding, my protective armor, my shield, because I think I'm protecting myself, but I'm not. All my protective armor, all taken as body weight, as too much weight carried somewhere, as too much weight on my bottom, on my hips, or my arms, or my belly, or my legs. My past hurts I carry as body weight, padding, protection from all the hurts. But maybe I don't need that. Maybe I don't need to carry it all around. Take a big breath. Notice the energy moving. If any words in particular came up for you while we were doing that, write those words down for you. I write these classes for you from a very generic, very global space, from all the women that I've worked with in the past, but your words are always going to be stronger than my words. So when your words come up, please write the words down, make a note of them. I'm going to get you to do some of this as home play when we finish, when you come off the call. So please write down what it actually does. So I've got a question here. What are Layla and Sammy having a lovely conversation about? I tap with my feet without realizing it. So ladies, or for everyone, the meridians that we're tapping on, so the energy circuitry in the body has a top end and a bottom end. So to have meridians in your feet, absolutely you do. You do. So they start in, there's a whole bunch of them. There's loads of them that run through from top to bottom. Some finish in the feet, some finish in the toes, the top of the feet, the bottom of the feet, whatever. They are all meridians. So when you are tapping on any part of your body, chances are you are hitting at least one of these energy meridians, and you do it instinctively because your body knows that it heals and what it does. A great example is the minute we pick up a baby, what do? We tap on our children, we tap on people, we tap them on the shoulder, we tap them on the back, we hug people, we do it as adults. So your body is energy circuitry. So Layla and Sammy, what you're doing is you're activating the meridians without realizing by simply tapping on a different part of the body to what we just used for tapping. So you guys are doing great stuff. Continue to do your tapping on your feet. You could go and Google a video. I know I've got one on my website at the AustralianTappingInstitute.com.au, and it shows you where all the meridians are, but you can YouTube it and find them as well, and you'll find exactly what meridian points you're tapping on with your feet. So keep doing the tapping on your feet, everybody who's doing it. So where were we? So we talked about the 4 different areas, and to me, school is one of the areas that probably brings up almost the biggest battle scars for most of us on the planet. Most of us who have gone to some sort of group schooling environment have felt the attacks in the playground, have felt the attacks from the other children, but we've also had an element of what the teachers said and the feedback from teachers, and how our little selves who were trying to make sense of the world took on comments that may or may not have been very directed at our body or at our confidence, but we kind of take them on anyway. Take an example, you're in class and you're thinking you're doing fine, and the teacher asks you a question and you may not have got the question right. So the other children laughed. In your brain, you're going to tag speaking out and being noticed doesn't feel safe perhaps. May or may not, but that's a general one that would happen. Same as the teacher asks you to give a speech in front of the class. You're nervous, you're all upset about it. Whether you do it great or not, some smart aleck kid says something to you. The teacher seems to pull a face that you interpret a certain way. All of these things, again, get tagged as memories in your brain that's standing out, being the center of attention, being up front, being noticed, doesn't feel safe. Because your unconscious brain has got one job and one job only: keep me alive. That's all it's intended to do. So any threat, now that we don't have tigers and lions and whatever trying to eat us, our threats are from conversations in our own head. Our threats are from people saying things. Anything your brain interprets as fear, because your brain doesn't know real from imagined, it tags in as this doesn't feel safe. So if you're afraid of public speaking, afraid to shine, afraid to be your best, afraid to step out and follow your dreams, some of them work here on my own confidence and what was said when I was a child is a great, great place to start. If you want to do some extra work with people, we have practitioners here. They're based in Australia. We've got one in England. They all work on Skype and FaceTime and Zoom. So don't ever think that because you're in another part of the world, a practitioner can't work for you. They absolutely can. Get in touch with me if you want to work with someone. But if you just do this work and put some stuff in your journal while we're talking and while I'm talking and things that are triggered, even if it's a single word, you could tap for 5 minutes a day on that single word. You could tap for 5 minutes a day on that thing that happened in the playground, that thing that she said to me, that thing that he said to me. You can be as general as that because your brain, your unconscious brain's going to go, I know what that thing was, and it's going to start working on it and untagging it. You don't need to know the specifics. You don't need to get into it. You don't need to be upset and crying about it. We tend to be able to just do it because your unconscious is going to know. So give it a try. Any words that come up when we work together, please, please, please write them down. All right? As we as women, and I guess the same is going to be for men, as you get older and you're in the school environment, things are said about, the development of our breasts and the development of, boys, whether they get hair on their face and whether they don't, and acne and pimples and all those sorts of things are mentioned and said and spoken about when we're younger. And those comments come up. We take them on. And again, we tag them in the brain, tag them in the brain, tag them in the brain as unsafe. It could be something directly sexual about you. It could be something not the remotely sexual about you. But your brain may tag it into, that could be a space where you don't feel safe. So start doing some of the work. Start doing some of the words that come up for you. Start writing them down, things that come up, so you've got some stuff to work on when we're not here together. So we're going to continue to do some tapping. I want you to just tap along with me. Again, this one event, this one thing that happened this day, that big thing that happened, this memory I have of it, this very specific memory. Still can't believe that it happened. The memory of that event. This pattern of always judging myself. Always using, a grading system on myself. They judge me in school, and I'm still judging myself. I can't seem to stop judging myself. This habit I have, this pattern that I have. I just seem to judge myself. I'm not sure I even know how to stop. This judging me, this grading me, this comparing me, constantly. I do it all the time. What if I could let it go? What if I could release the habit? What if I could break my own pattern? The pattern of judging myself. What if I could break my own pattern? What if I could change that for me? What if I could? This is old news. No one gets to judge me. I'm an adult now. I'm not in school. I don't need to be compared. I can stop this pattern. I can accept myself exactly as I am. I can spend 5 minutes today celebrating who I am. I can do that. I can start to quieten that voice that judges me. I can start to quiet that voice by increasing the other voice. When I turn the judgmental voice down, that positive voice is probably still there. But that positive voice doesn't get a turn. But if I turn down the negative voice, I bet that other voice could get a little bit louder. I bet I could focus on that other voice, the positive voice. I bet I could focus on that, turn its volume up, even if it's only for a couple of minutes a day. I could get used to what it listens to, what it sounds like. I could get used to what it sounds like. I could tune into that voice. I'm doing the best I can with the resources that I have. I can do the best I am with the resources available to me. I can do the best I can with just being me. I can do that. I know I can. I just need to focus. I just need to focus and listen a little bit. Focus in on that positive voice. Not let that negative voice have so much of a loud voice, and swap them over. The time to stop tapping through this one. I'm just going to take a little quick drink here. Oh, thank you for that. Last one is our community, our society, our social media, our comparisons with others, and the desire to be keeping up with the Joneses and making sure everyone knows that we're doing well. Facebook is one of the killers of all of this stuff, and I'll just remind everyone, Facebook, a photo on Facebook is an instant, a snapshot in time, nothing more. It's never, ever a true representation of what someone else's life is about. And even if that minute in time was picture perfect, it's not your life, it's not your journey. You don't know what else is going on for them. So try to avoid some of the social media stuff that's going on. I know here in Australia, we also have a name for it, and it's called the tall poppy syndrome. And people want to fit in, people want to be part of the crowd. It's tribal wiring. It goes way back to when we all lived in tribes, that people really need to and want to belong. So the idea that people want to play it small and not draw attention to themselves and keep everything on the status quo is tribal wiring. It is that desire to belong and desire to be part of it. What we need to allow ourselves is, if I step out of this tribe and up into creating another tribe that's different patterning, different evolution, different conversations, I'll be fine and safe in that. But sometimes it's that jump from feeling small, playing small, and choosing small into choosing something amazing that can be a bit of a trick for people, because we are so wired to belong, need to belong. So just have some sort of thinking about that, of where you might choose to play it small, where you might choose to hide, where you might not choose to draw attention to yourself, because your desire to fit in and your desire to be one of the group and desire to be seen as fitting as part of a cog may be what one of your drivers is. Safety, security, certainty, control for humans is a very, very big driver for many, many people, because it gives them the illusion of safety. It doesn't give you safety because you're so contained. When things start to go wrong, you contain and you control more, and you end up boxing yourself in. So be mindful of this. Your body image is part of this. Your confidence is part of this. Because as you start to feel more safe and secure in yourself by making choices and opening up your world, you'll be able to open it up further and have more confidence in what you do. Have more self-love coming in. Do the work on your own body. And I'm not saying go and exercise and food and all that. I'm saying love it exactly as it is today. Love yourself thin. Love yourself healthy. Love yourself into health and well-being, because you can't do it from hating it. And if you're anything like me, I tried the hating myself into thinner, and it never worked. So go to a space of loving yourself to the body, the health and the well-being that you want. And it comes from loving your actual body. Right, so we're going to go and do some more tapping. I'm hoping you're loving this. I mean, so I'm in love with tapping, obviously. So I'm hoping you're getting lots and lots out of this because you're doing this with me. This belief I have around myself, this belief that I have created, this belief I seem to have made up that I am not good enough. Where did it come from? When did I make it up? What truth did I base this belief on? What makes me decide that this is my truth? What made me hold on to this for so long? If I made it up at some point in time, can I change it now? Can I let go of those negative thoughts, the ones that roll through my own head, the ones that I repeat and repeat and repeat? What would life be like if I stopped my negative chatter? What if I made a new conscious thought to quiet that voice? What if I politely asked it to stop? What if I changed that thought of mine? I make up the negative voices anyway. Wonder what a positive voice might sound like. I'm going to make conscious thought throughout my day to change the voice that plays positive only. When I catch myself in the negative, I'm going to smile and nod, and I'm going to send negative on its way. No berating, no anger, no angst. My negative voice tries to keep me alive. It's just trying to keep me safe. I'm going to send it on its way with love and light. I'm going to welcome my positive voice. I'm going to welcome my positive voice every day. I'm going to welcome that positive voice. I'm going to thank it for turning up. I'm going to listen to what it has to say. Even if some days it's only whispering. I'm going to make a conscious thought to turn up the volume, to listen a little deeper, what the positive voice has to share. It's conscious thoughts that will quiet my critical voice and allow the positives to get louder. In this positive space, I can feel safe. In this positive space, I can feel safe. My barriers will eventually come down when I feel safe. My positive voice will help me feel safe. The fears that I hold, that keep my confidence hidden, They will fall away. I can choose not to play it small. I can choose to shine. I can choose to step forward because I will feel safe. It's time to shine. Time to realize that little me has had enough of not being seen, has had enough of not being heard, has had enough of not being seen, has had enough of not being heard. My little inner me wants to be heard. It's ready to be seen in whatever capacity is right for me to shine, for me to be seen by others, regarded as worthwhile, to be important, to be enough, and to share me with the world, to share myself with the world. Time to shine. Had enough of not being seen. Have enough of not being heard. It's my time to share me with the world. I want you to take a deep, deep breath. I'm happy if people want to type into the box how they're feeling, how this feels for you. I'm just going to have a couple of minutes here to just chat with you before we do our finish up tapping. All the fears that you have around your body shape and your body image, once you start to clear those fears, start to clear the underlying stuff, your confidence is generally held tight to some sort of fear of being seen, generally held to a fear of being noticed, a fear of standing out as different, a fear of for whatever it is for you. They're generally the four kind of fears that our confidence is wrapped around. Fear of being seen, fear of being noticed, fear of standing out in the crowd, fear of being different, fear of not being accepted is ultimately what it is. We know tribally wired for humans, we live in tribes, we belong in tribes, our safety and our chances of survival greatly go up. They're old historic stuff. We don't need those fears in this day and age. So you can get yourself to a place of safety, but you can actually move beyond them. So it's the fears that I want you to continue to tap on. What came up for you, what you made a note of, what came through your head while we were doing those tappings together. I don't want you to spend time just tapping on my lack of confidence. There's nothing there. Your lack of confidence, we talk about tabletops and table legs in tapping. Your lack of confidence is your tabletop. That's not going to get you far. You want to tap on the fears that came up, either the words I said that triggered you, the words that come up in your own head while we were tapping together. They're the words I want you to start to tap on. 5 minutes a day. We all have 5 minutes a day. Public transport, while something's cooking. I don't care if you go to the toilet and do it. Somewhere where you can have 5 minutes, stick a timer on and just tap. If you don't want to do the tapping points, public transport's a good spot to tap, but sometimes you don't want to be doing this on public transport. Do this. Do this. Make this your spot. This is my spot. I do it just like this. And I tap on my chest like this. It looks like I'm just tapping to music. I might have my headphones in. I might just be zoned out with my glasses on. Whatever it is, this is the easiest way to just tap in public. You can do it when you're sitting on a park bench at lunchtime, sit at your desk, whatever, and just tap here. And if you just go, I want to release my fears, I'm done with my fears, you could do I am okay. I have clients say I am safe. But if you just focus on one of the things of why don't I feel confident, and then just tap. Don't ask any more questions on confidence. Listen to the fears that come up. Listen to the little voice that comes up. Listen to the little voice that says why it doesn't feel safe, and tap on those. 5 minutes a day is all that it's going to take to start to shift some of this stuff. Now, if somebody has deep stuff, as I said, if you want access to our practitioners, AustralianTappingInstitute.com.au. I'll actually put it in the wee box here while I'm talking to you. We have a list of our practitioners. It's, can't type and talk at the same time, can I? INSDID. Let me just check that. Now, of course, I've left out an I. Okay, so there is my website. Let's see, we can go there. You can find tapping videos. You can find my blog. You can find, I've got free courses that you're very, very welcome to come and join. We have the Self-Love Project, which is all about increasing self-love. It's increasing the love, critical voice down, and fabulous inner voice up. Tapping program, and it is yours free. Go to my website. On the top right-hand side, you'll see home study programs. Click on there and get yourself into any one of our 2 free courses that is welcome for anybody to join, enjoy, and send me feedback if you want some help. Part of the website also will be find a practitioner. If you have some deep dive stuff you're not able to shift, our practitioners can help you do that. Sometimes it just takes a couple of sessions to kind of just unpack stuff and kind of get through the surface a little bit, and then you'll be good to go on your own. So it's not a come to a therapy and spend the next 6 years with somebody. We don't do that. So you get some stuff and you find your stuff. You may maybe in just 1 or 2 little sessions, maybe get in touch with one of our practitioners and get some of that work done. But most of the stuff you can do here on your own. Look at your fears, look at what came up, and look at whatever's in that space for you is basically my message, whatever's coming up for you. Now, if anyone has any final questions, now's the time to ask. We've got a couple of minutes left together. I'm going to go through and do our final round of tapping, our getting back grounded sort of tapping. So while you're in the space, I want you to come in and just do on the eyebrow, I am at choice. I am always at choice. I am aware. I'm going to have fun again. Playing small, not even in my vocabulary. I'm at choice every moment. I'm always at choice. It's safe for me to change. It's safe for me to let go of the past. It's safe to look at things that did happen. I can feel safe now. I can choose to feel safe now. I can choose to feel safe and grounded. I can choose to feel safe in my body. Choose to feel present now. Feeling present and grounded. Present and grounded. More present, more grounded. I give myself permission to shine my way. I give myself permission to feel grounded and to shine and to set my foot forward in what feels safe for me, on my terms, on my way. Now, this is the time when we start to bring in all the other words. Now, I'm going to start with some words, and I'm happy if you want to type in what words come up for you. I am amazing. I am fabulous. I am wonderful. I don't care if you believe them, just say them. And what other words come up? I am a great child. I'm a great parent or caregiver or aunt or uncle, or I'm a great business owner. I'm a great employee. I'm a loving partner. What else is there? I'm caring. I'm great at my sport. I am loving. I am happy. I am at choice in my life. I can do great things. I am happy. What else? Donna says, I am limitless. I am limitless. Yes, you are, Donna. I am limitless. What else, people? What else are the words for you? I am limitless. What else? My ones are I'm amazing. I am wonderful. I'm a good person. I'm a fabulous friend. I'm a really fun mum. I'm a really loving daughter. I'm great with my brother. Great with my little sister. What is it for you? We spend so much time feeding our brains negative words. We are so busy going, oh, I'm stupid, or I'm dumb, or I should have done this. No, you make those words up. So I'm going to ask you to not say those words to you this week. Don't say those words to yourself. If you find yourself saying anything negative, just change it. Don't get angry. Just go, no, I'm going to change that belief this time and replace it with one other word. No, I'm stupid. No, I'm fabulous. I'm fabulous. I'm actually fabulous. And just let it go. Don't do it with anger. Don't do it with any hate. Don't do it with any berating. Do it with love. Do it with love. Do it with love. Be love. You are love. One of the things I do with my clients, which I find quite mean maybe, is they don't get to say any words to themselves that they're not prepared to pick up the phone and say to me. If it's a word you would not pick up the phone and say to me, this week particularly, I'm going to ask you not to say it to you. If you find yourself saying a word to you that you wouldn't say to my face, you wouldn't call me it, don't do it to you. Change the word. If you change your language, you can change your whole existence. You can change everything about your world by changing all of your language. So I hope you have really enjoyed this body confidence and body image tapping. You can come back to this at any time. I think it was Karina may have said something like you can save the video so you can come back to them at a later time. Write down any of the trigger words for you. Work on any of those trigger words for you. Do some tapping, like 5 minutes a day is all you need to do. Give yourself that gift of 5 minutes a day to just clear away some of the stuff that's coming up for you. And remember, AustralianTappingInstitute.com.au. Go there and enroll yourself in any of our free courses. Download them, work through them, enjoy them. It's been fabulous to have you here with me. It's been amazing for me to be able to deliver a gift like this to you each week. I love it. If you have any particular topics you want me to cover off, please contact me directly. Lorna Hollinger, my name's at the bottom of the video. I've worked out that technology. I'm happy to cover whatever classes you would like to hear. I'm obviously going to make a class up every week, but if you have specifics, get in touch with me, let me know. We will meet back here again next Monday morning for me, whatever day and time it is for you. Bye, beautiful. Rachel, thank you for being here. Fabulous, Karina, and everyone else has been on the call. It's been fabulous to have you here, and we will convene again here next week, and we will do some more tapping together. So have a fabulous week, everyone. I'm going to click on lots of buttons and end the call and wish you all lots and lots of love until we meet again.